We're back. We're live. We're doing Star Wars Friday, our semi-regular, irregular Star Wars game. We finally regrouped and we're redoing it. We're picking up where we left off. We're doing our best to try and remember where we left off, how this works, where everything is in Foundry, and all that good stuff. That's what happens when you play a game once a month. What's that?
We're live. I just noticed.
We are live.
Consummate professionalism.
That's right. Always here on Garblight Games. Why don't we go ahead and do the round table? People can introduce who their characters are, and then I got the crawl. It's not as exciting as last time, because we kind of like left off in the middle of a mission. The plan was to do like episodic one-shots, kind of like the Mandalorian episodes, but we just kind of left off. We ran out of time, so we're rolling with it. So it's not as epic and big kind of sprawling crawl as last time, but it's gonna work as our recap. So Ben, tell us about your Jedi, please.
Hello, I am Ben. I will be playing Romanay, a Kaminoan Jedi who is a clone designed to see if they could make a Kaminoan Jedi, and they could, and they did, and it's great. Only she's never been outside of the same 3 rooms for her entire life until she woke up in the hold of the Onyx Gundark, and now is terribly confused about everything and just following these 3 reprobates around, relying on her book of how to behave in society for instructions on what to do.
Yeah.
Totally healthy.
Is that what we named our ship, the Onyx, or your ship, the Onyx Gundark? That was the...
yes.
I'm just going by what it says in the
I don't
forge.
remember.
So I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It is now.
Okay. Is that
and I spent my XP on improving my lightsaber skill to 1 and my vigilance skill to 1.
That might have been the ship from the previous group that played in here, because that when you look at the picture, that's not the picture of the ship you chose, because we chose like the turtle-shaped one, didn't we?
Yeah. No, we chose something
to do with Panthers or something.
Oh,
gun.
Yeah. No, we definitely took the YT2000.
Yep, that's the one we took.
That is our ship.
Okay, cool. I don't even remember doing that. Look at me, go me. Okay, Roger, can you tell us about your character, your Mandalorian?
So I'm playing Taika Tepeni, the Mandalorian bounty hunter. It was raised by part of the Death Watch, the ones that followed Bo-Katan. Well, obviously, Galaxy's kind of gone to hell in the last few years, and so he's making his way in the galaxy by earning money as a bounty hunter. And then he came across this group of scallywags on his journey, and things have kind of escalated.
Weren't you all just trying to kill each other? Isn't like that's like the overarching story arcs? All of you are like kind of met up trying to kill one another.
Yeah, I was actually trying to kill XCR clone, but when I turned up to claim my bounty, the Imperial sent stormtroopers in, kind of breaking the contract they had with me, and it kind of ended up with me fighting alongside the clone rather than, trying to stick him in carbonite.
That's right.
Isn't Jim the only one of us that doesn't want to kill everyone else in the party?
Yeah.
Basically.
I'm the sensible one.
that's right.
Well known
as
for
always,
it.
Jim.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's Jim to a T.
Oh boy.
The amount of role-playing power it's taking me to be sensible. Yeah.
Well, Jim, why don't you tell us about your character?
Well, my name is Bok Asher, and I've been forced into a morality thing with joining the beginnings of the rebellion that my brother was part of, and he died. And I made he made me swear on his deathbed that I would use my skills to aid against the Empire. So here I am. Previously known for a purveyor of information and a bit of a infiltrator. But yeah, I've joined up this mad. I think last session I spent most of the time trying to protect the Jedi and trying to get the Mandalorian out of trouble.
Yeah.
And also, I can't seem to find my experience points.
They've disappeared off the character sheets. So they were on the biography tab in the bottom left-hand corner, and like right before we went live, it was like, where's our experience? Where's our experience? They're definitely gone. And we'll have to look into that. There were updates to the system between sessions, and it might just be a matter of changing the sheet type to see them.
How much experience points did we have?
10.
You gain 10. I don't know how much you started with. You have to go back to, because maybe your species dictates how many experience points you start with.
I'm human.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Probably
Because they're all
million
different, they all
humans get
fluctuate.
everything.
I think
People
it's
love
110.
humans.
But
They're so
I could-
popular.
Say again.
I think it could be 110, but I could be wrong.
I think it is too. I think it's 110. I think you should have
So you would
120
have spent
total. now.
those on character creation, so you
Okay.
should have got 10 more.
Okay.
You know what? Let's try something here. Jim, I'm going to mess around with your character sheet. Forgive me if I lose it. Oh, go to your biography tab. It's there. Okay.
No.
It should be.
Yeah, that was
Click-
my character sheet that just vanished then.
No, mine did too.
Oh.
They all
Oh,
vanished.
they all did. Well, looky.
And there's still no sign of
Yeah.
XP.
Yeah.
Bottom left-hand corner?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
I can see it
I've-
on all of yours.
I've just got biography, and then at the bottom of the screen it says critical injury severity and result.
That's so
Yep.
weird. I can see it on my side as both
Yeah,
a player
even if I
and as the
maximize
GM.
screen,
Oh well.
still no sign.
It's not the end of the world.
We'll live.
We'll figure it out. All right, and
XP is
Aaron.
for losers.
Exactly. You guys are unstoppable as it is now.
That's right. We're invincible. We're the A team. Hi, I'm Aaron, and I am playing ZX. He is a retired clone trooper who, when Order 66 came down, was actually on Kaminoa in the infirmary. So when that overwhelming urge to kill Jedi seized him, there was no Jedi around for him to kill, which he was thankful for because he considered Jedi his greatest allies and had fought with them for years. When he managed to gain control of himself, he forced a Kaminoan to explain that he'd been chipped and that it was a chip basically turning him into an Imperial meat puppet. So at gunpoint, he had it cut out. And then he made his escape from Kaminoa, vowing to continue the war as a guerrilla fighter against what he considers to be an usurping force, which is Palpatine, the Kaminoans, and the Empire. So he's fighting a never-ending guerrilla war, which we saw a little bit of last episode when he blew
Yep.
the head off of a clone killer.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Separatist. Former separatist commander there. All right, let's cue up some music. No siren skins. We don't want to get hit with copyright strikes here.
Did everybody see the parade float of Lil Grogu
No.
flying over the streets of New York?
Oh,
From
was it a
Macy's
Macy's?
parade? Yeah.
Yeah, a massive Grogu float. It was very cool and less embarrassing than the Spider-Man one.
And less
Which was-
embarrassing than mine.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
I believe at one point Spider-Man was tossing Uncle Sam's salad.
Pardon?
That happens in a windy New York day. Spider-Man will toss Uncle Sam's salad.
All right, let's cue our little opening here. Let's go over to that. We'll do our opening crawl, which is going to act as also our recap. I'll read it out because we have podcast listeners also, so I'll read it out this time. So if you don't want to hear me reading it, players, you can just mute me as it goes. But I'll read it out for the people at home. Boom! Star Wars. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's so weird without music to see that. Star Wars Episode 2. It's actually like Episode 1.5, but Episode 2, Dark Times. I'm sorry for people listening at home. I'm waiting for the crawl to catch up. That's why we're not saying anything. We're all like anticipating for the words to slowly come across our screens. Our band of scoundrels accepted a job via the Bounty Hunters Guild while on the planet of Terrace. Ooh. Somebody forgot a period in there. They've been tasked with the capture of a known counterfeiter, Davin Roth. Along the way, they had a run-in with some of Garblag the Hutt's men, who they easily dispatched. Using the leads and intel gathered, they met up with one of Davin Roth's known associates, Quell. Things turned nasty, but not too much for our heroes to handle. A couple of dead Gamorreans later, and they learned the location of where Davin is located, and of a secret meeting at Docking Bay 94. Having been recognized as a participant in the Separatists' side of the Clone Wars, Zed disposed of him. Oh, you can tell I wrote this last minute. Grammatical and spelling and capital errors and all. Now they plan... Oh, it disappeared. Now they plan to head to Docking Bay 94. I don't know what the rest of it said. And there we are on Terrace. All right, so...
But just say incredibly professional. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Despite all the errors in it. That's okay. I appreciate it, Jim. You get extra experience at the end of the session.
Thank you.
Well played. Well played.
All right, so we left off with it was the execution, wasn't it? It was the execution of Quell in the alleyway. I think that's right where we left off. You killed him. He was a Quarren, wasn't he? Yeah, with the tentacle
and
face.
Zed shot him.
Zed shot him. Everybody else was not anticipating that. So now, yes, we know that he's with some swooper gangs. He's doing some counterfeiting, some money counterfeiting. So you know that location. You know it's heavily guarded, but you also know that there is a meeting happening later today at Dock Bay 94. You weren't given a time, but you know the location that they were going to meet and do an exchange or handoff, and it's believed that Davin Roth will be present for that.
I would like to ride one of the swoop bikes, please.
We don't have any swoop bikes right now. You can steal one, I guess. Because these guys, remember, you fought two Gamorreans and Quell inside the bar. So they were in there and they were shouting and betting on things and yelling and having a good time.
That is right. We were going to find the good swoop gang to help us fight the bad swoop gang.
No, kid. No, remember, they're all bad. The enemy of our enemy is our enemy.
Over? Yeah, see if he's got any keys to anything, or you know.
Oh,
I think we did search him.
We searched his body. He had 150 credits, and that was about it.
So he had no keys or anything.
No keys.
Well, we could always steal a vehicle.
Stealing is wrong. We should not do it.
I think we should just go to the location and wait in ambush.
I'm with you, Taika.
I'm sure a friendly and helpful citizen will endeavor to help us get to the location we require.
No, kid, we're not telling anybody where we're going. There are no helpful citizens here. There are just enemies and marks.
Is Mark our enemy?
Probably, yes.
Long necks are enemies as well.
You know I'm there with you, Bach.
Oh, let's go awkward for old Romane. Long necks are enemies. All right, so nobody's really paying attention to what's going on. Yeah, you just shot a guy in a back alley, but you're in a really scuzzy, run-down sector of this planet. Or remember, it was like levels. The city's just been built on top of each other. It's very similar to like a Coruscant or a Nar Shaddaa, where it's just like the bowels are like the poorest of the poor, the worst of the worst. All the criminals are down there, and the rich just kind of keep building on top of these old levels. So you're down.
No good to be alive.
It's no good to me alive.
Let's make our way down to level 7 and find this docking bay.
As a reminder, I can also pop out your target is wanted alive, if you remember as well. Mm-hmm. I'll put that out there. We had that little bounty on him, as Jim selected the exact same picture for his character. So $10,000, suspected of counterfeit activity. He's male. He's Carillion. You're supposed to locate and detain.
He is very short, but quite stocky.
Socks 6'1"? He's taller than the average person.
No, the average person is 8'4".
Like, what are you talking about?
I'm a Kaminoan.
Yeah, I get it now. Oh boy. Okay.
All right, we can make
So we head out.
make the Kaminoan shorter.
Yeah. I've
So
been
you want-
working on that ever since they betrayed the Republic.
You want to head straight there?
Yeah, we're gonna
I
head
think so. Yeah.
straight there and kind of
Okay.
find hidey holes.
Hidey
and wait
holes?
in ambush.
Yeah. You make your way docking bay 94 with little to no issue. When you get there, though, this is a whole row of docking bays. This is like a central docking hub on and off the planet. This is typically where goods would be coming in rather than like people. This would be the goods would be brought in and shipped on world via these docking bays. So there is security. There's planet side security walking around. But when you get to docking bay 94, you notice a couple of stormtroopers standing outside of the door leading into docking bay 94.
We look for another way
Imperial
in.
stormtroopers. Not the other kind.
Oh, they look like targets of opportunity to me.
We don't want to get the attention.
You're right, Taika. Stay on point. Stay on mission. I got it. But if they get in the
When
way,
the
they're
shooting
going
starts,
down.
if they're still there. I say they're fair game, but until then,
Clear. You're right. As always, you're right.
is there another way into docking bay 94?
Yeah, let's take a look here. So, also looking around, this is the only docking bay where you see stormtroopers stationed outside. So it does strike you a bit odd. Typically, these docking bays, without having to make any rolls or anything like that, have one door in, and they have then the entrance that you would fly in through and dock your ship or shuttle or whatever sort of transport in. But there's usually one door in and one door out on the docked side, on the land side, and that's where you're at. But we can do some poking around here and see if we can uncover something. Maybe another way in. Go ahead and make me a perception roll, please. Anybody who wants to can, but remember, bad things can and will happen when you roll the dice in this game. So I don't know if you want to delegate that to the people with the best stats. Hey, 1 success and 1 threat. Which reminds me, we need to do our light side, dark side points. So we'll play this out. So you're poking around Romane, and you're looking around, and you find that it looks like docking bay 95 is open, and there's nobody there. And you may be able to make your way via the adjacent wall. When you look inside docking bay 95, there are rooms within the docking bay. So there's one big giant area, and then on the inner walls, there's almost like office rooms or compartments where you can store your goods and services. So there's a number of like compartmental rooms within the docking bay that you can use to that are adjacent to what you're assuming. If the outline is the same and the layout's the same, it would lead into another kind of like meeting area or like private room sort of deal. Oh, everybody rolled. Look at all you. But you guys haven't learned yet that it's not good to roll dice in this game. You don't get experience for rolling dice in this like Cthulhu.
You don't see me. I didn't roll any dice. My perception is not that good.
Well, I figured given it was my idea, I would probably be looking whether it was the right thing to do or not.
And I'm always suspicious of this dodgy crowd, so I'm having a look.
I'll tell you what. So Bach and Roma, you are poking around and you find this. You get into docking bay 95, no problem. It's open. You're checking out these walls and you're like, yeah, we could probably like maybe break or smash or blow up our way through. It's not the most quiet approach. Or maybe you could go from the outside docking bay to docking bay, like where the ships fly in. There are ledges on the outside you could walk across if you're feeling quite brave.
It's a training lightsaber cut like a regular one.
No, it's just like a Nerf. It's like a pool noodle. It's it doesn't do much.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so sad.
So
We got to get you a lightsaber.
I will fight them with my pool noodle.
as you're kind of poking around, and you're kind of like, okay, we could do this. We could maybe shimmy across. We're gonna blow a hole open in the wall. All of a sudden, you look back at the door, and one of the stormtroopers has wandered in. And what are you doing over there? What are you doing in here? I need to see some ID. Are you here to pick up a...
probably do. What is your number designation, please?
SK908.
Oh, you are a later model. That is very interesting. May I see your face, please?
No. I need to see some identification. What are you doing here?
It is important to see if you are a remnant of the clone troopers or whether you are one of the new style of stormtrooper. It is very interesting to me in my research.
I'm going to reach inside my jacket for my credentials and pull out a vibro knife and stick him in the neck with it.
You're gonna... Okay, he's like, all right, that's enough out of you. You're coming with me. We need to question you. And as he's kind of saying that, you're going to reach for your knife and you want to stab a stormtrooper? Okay.
Well, yeah, let's do it, yeah.
Okay, before we do that, why don't we roll light side and dark side dice, because we might need them here. I like the silent approach, Jim. So just as a reminder, you open up the dice roller in the bottom there where it says public roll. You click that D20, and you just want to click the force die. So there's a 1 in there, and roll it. And then I'll use that to fill in our light side and dark side points for this session.
And roll it, yeah?
Yeah. Ooh, look at all them dark side points. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
It's all dark... Oh, wow. I got 5 dark side points to spend?
This is going to go
to offset
swimmingly.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, because last session it was all light side points. I had nothing. Okay, Stormtrooper. All right, Jim. You've got surprise here. He's kind of like engaged with your Jedi friend and not paying attention. So you just kind of step up behind him. So go ahead and make me an attack, please.
Well,
I am very accommodating and helpful.
Rather than kill him, I'll try and sort of lift his helmet up and put the knife to his neck. Right, yeah. Let's be a little bit light side about this.
Okay. You're not a Jedi. It doesn't matter to you. All right, so you want to like intimidate him, sort of thing.
Yeah. So do you want me to roll a melee shot first?
You don't want to kill him, right? You just want to get the knife under his helmet.
Yeah. And then we're going to sort of take him into the corner and knock him out. That's the plan, anyway.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it. This is the problem where there's no intimidate in this game. We ran into this last time also. Let's do...
Coercion?
Yeah, coercion, and I'm going to give you some bonus dice here, Jim, based off the situation that you've put the Stormtrooper in. Well, let's do a melee roll to see if you can get the knife. Do the maneuver. Yeah, do a melee roll. See if you can get the knife up and under his helmet.
Yeah. I just rolled, don't I? Don't add any extra dice.
Click on the knife on your character sheet. So click on the picture of it for your stealth vibro knife. And that will incorporate all the good stuff. And yeah, you don't change the difficulty at all.
Okay, gear and equipment. Stealth vibro knife.
Actually, why don't you decrease the difficulty by 1? Just right click it. Decrease the difficulty by 1. Because you're so kind at the beginning of the session with my my crawl. Oh. Whoa. Okay, so you go to get the knife up under his helmet. You get behind him. He turns around and sees you. But we've got 2 advantage, so I'm going to pass it off to the others who now have an opportunity before he can react. Roma, Taika, and Zed.
Zed sees what... He could see what Bach was getting ready to do. So as he started to move in, Zed had his vibro knife out, in a low guard, and he was waiting to see if it was going to work. And then when he sees it doesn't, he goes up to plunge it right under the back of the Stormtrooper's helmet.
Okay, I like it. This is where this advantage is coming to help you. Because, whoa. You see an opening. So go ahead, because there's an opening, let's spend the other advantage, and I'll reduce your difficulty by 1 as well.
Okay. All right.
I'll send it to comb and comb my hair with it.
Here we go.
2 successes, 3 advantage.
So he turns around, hey, what's the big idea? And you just get right up behind him, Zed, kind of just lift his helmet up slightly, at the chin and press your knife right up against his throat.
Right. Mate, you're an enemy of the people, but that doesn't mean you're a bad guy, so you're going to listen to what this man has to say, then you're going to take a nap. If you do anything else, I'm going to put your head on the ground next to your feet.
Okay.
I'll pull a gun and put it basically to his head to kind of emphasize the point.
You would have to be very flexible for that to happen. Otherwise, you may suffer from some back pain.
I'm gonna say, so you got 3 advantage, and you've got a Mandalorian pointing a gun. You've got the Jedi also getting in on this. He's outnumbered, so he's gonna raise his hands.
I was
With
giving
those
him
3
chiropractic advice.
You're gonna give him an adjustment. He raises his hand with the 3 advantage, and the 3 of you all trained your guns. Zed, I'm gonna say maybe did you like remove his helmet so he can't use the comms in there or something, or maybe you know how to disable the comms. You pull the wire in there because you're an ex-clone. You know how these things are built.
This guy's not a clone, is he? He's one of the new style.
Yeah, he's not a clone. If you lift his helmet off, he's not a clone.
Oh, this is disappointing. You are not as well made as the originals.
Somebody's stunning. We got to find a place to stash him before his partner comes in.
So what I'll do is I'll move you over to ignore that it says docking bay 94 on here, but here is the docking bay, so you can see it. So you're at the door or near the door. There are rooms in the top, all along the top wall and all along the bottom wall. There's 3 rooms in total. So it gives you an idea of what you're looking at. There are controls, there's computer consoles in there and everything. And so you figure either through an adjacent wall, smash or bash your way in, or there is the opening. On this map it shows it goes out into space, but this isn't at the space level, this is planetary. So you could shimmy across the outside of this docking bay over to the next one, the opening or mouth of the other one, if you wanted to. These are the ways that you've identified via your rolls of getting around.
That would be the quietest way, since we can't.
Instead, perhaps if you were to take his clothes and swap them for your own, you could just walk through.
You could take his armor. I don't know how Zed feels about that, but you could take his armor, or someone else could.
And if he has a partner, you and Taika could be partners together again and do it that way.
It's true. Bach, you could disguise yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
All right.
Rog, how tall is your character?
5'10".
Very good question.
4'11".
As long... I don't know,
It's
you
not
look a little
something I've
short to be a
specified.
stormtrooper.
No, he's probably quite a big guy. Mandalorians are normally quite big.
Oh, then you are too tall to be a stormtrooper. But Mr. Bach, you could wear the stormtrooper clothes and pretend to be one of them. You are very good at telling stories.
Yeah. Okay, I shall put the stormtrooper armor on.
Does it feel dirty putting that on?
I feel safer.
That's all right, Bach. We'll gut him from the inside out.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no problem.
So if you want, you can like knock him out at this point. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you don't
stun
need to
him.
roll. You just you stunned him.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so he's
pistol
stunned.
whip him.
You want to stash him in one of these rooms here, either the north or the south.
Yep. Gagged
Is there
and
like a crate that
shackled.
we can jam him in?
What? Yeah, you can throw him in a crate. There's crates everywhere.
We'll
I got-
throw him in a crate and seal the crate up.
I'm trying to open these doors, but I'm on the player level, and the jerk of a GM locked these doors so you guys couldn't poke around. So I'm just trying to show you like what's in these rooms, and there's just like
So
little compartments here and there that you could use on either wall of this room.
Is 94 to the south of us or to the north of us?
94 would be to the south of you.
Right, so we're either going to have to cut through the interior wall of one of these offices, or we're going to have to take a little walk on the ledge.
Or we could just walk through with Mr. Bog, dressed as a stormtrooper.
You do have a stormtrooper now.
Yeah,
Armored.
I'll walk at the front saying, yeah, follow me.
All right.
Would look a bit suspicious. I'll walk the ledge.
You're walking the ledge. All right.
I'll go behind Bach in case we get into trouble.
When we get in.
I should have. When?
Yeah. So you and Bach are going back across. I
I should kind of look between them and go, I do not know which way I should go.
was going to ask, which way are you going? Oh.
Should I come with you or should I go with friend Mando?
Kid, go with Mando. You're too hard to explain.
As you wish.
Sorry, I just saw the overlay is like completely messed up, so I'm fixing that. All right, so the ledge. So the two that go back, we got a stormtrooper and Aaron. You're wearing your armor, right? Which is old clone armor.
Yep.
But you're going back with Bach. All right, so Bach, the other stormtrooper says, "What was the problem over there?"
Just some kids messing around.
What's with this one? And he kind of points with his head at Zed.
He's got some business. That's why he showed me his credentials. They'll check out.
Look at you, fast talking. All right. All right, Bach. We're gonna make a roll here. You're gonna do some
Deception.
Deception?
Yeah, deception.
I have
Deception
got
here.
some good grade.
You try to talk your way past and let Zed in. Regular difficulty. Don't change any of the difficulty dice. We're gonna do standard on this one.
No.
Ooh. He says, "You know the orders. No one's to go in here."
Look, well, why don't you check? I think he's one of the ones that are supposed to be in there. And I'll say if you got your credentials again.
I'll tell you what. We're gonna cut there though, and we're gonna go to the other two, trying to make their way across. Go ahead and make me an athletics roll with only one difficulty. The two of you, please. One difficulty only.
Coordination.
Coordination? Yeah, that's agility based. All right, coordination with only one difficulty die. I'll allow it. Athletics is brawn based, so yeah, let's do that. I really hope you don't fall and die. Roma, no problem.
In my defense, I'm a freaking Jedi.
Wow. All right, so the two of you scale the wall, no problem. You're just kind of like, you run, you sprint, you dash. You get in the other docking bay, and you see that it is empty. Docking bay 94 is currently empty. There's no one else in here. You get up to the door, wondering what is going on. And you can hear through the door the stormtrooper giving the other two a hard time. And him not buying what Bach has to say. This is where we're going to pay forward the advantage that Bach got. So you've kind of got you're in a spot where you're in here, you can hear it. What do you want to do?
I'm going to open the door, step out, but gun to the back of his head and go, "I'd be quiet if I were you."
Yeah. Yes.
And if he freezes, I'm going to pull his helmet off, so he can't
This is
calm out.
the pulling the helmet off of Stormtroopers episode on Garblade Games. All right,
Smart way to go.
between all the advantages, so between your two advantages and Roma's two advantages, I'm not going to make you roll for this here. We're paying this forward. We're going to use those advantages for this. So you get right up behind him, put the gun to his head, and he looks, the one that the gun to his head looks at you, Bach, kind of like, "Help me?" Like, you can't see the expression on his face. He looks like right at you. And Taika slips his helmet off, and you can see the look on his face now, like, what? And he's got his hands up. Let's do a roll here. Actually, I'm going to spend a dark side point
Two.
just to make things interesting. And there we go. I'm gonna use it for a story element. People see this. People are walking by, they see the door slide open, they see a Mandalorian with a gun to the back of a stormtrooper's head and slip his helmet off. You can grab him, you can pull him in the dog bay, that's fine. But people there are witnesses right now to what's going on.
I'm gonna use my comm to Bok and say, Bok, make it look like this guy was an intruder, and I'm gonna haul the stormtrooper back inside.
Yeah. So you've got your arm like around his chest or on his neck, and you just pull him in the room. He's got his arms up. You've pulled his helmet off. Okay.
Yeah. Shall we shoot him? Yeah.
I don't think we need to shoot the window.
Tell the people
Zed-
nothing
Zed-
to see move along or something.
Zed turns towards the people, and he's like, "There's nothing to see here. Guy stole a suit of stormtrooper armor and thought he could get away with it."
Oh, that's funny.
No further.
You're like, yeah, that's a better approach. Oh, that's good. Let's do deception here, if we will,
Sure.
with the standard
That's,
difficulty.
That's one of my strong suits, so this will go well.
That's why I asked the spy.
Yeah, hey, Bok, say something. And you're like, shoot him. I love it. Ooh.
Oh dear.
They're like, oh my god.
Hold on, can I use that light? Can I use that light side point? Flip that to a dark side point to re-roll? I can't.
You can't re-roll.
It changes the green to a yellow.
So if you want, we can. I'll rewind because it was there, and we're still getting used to the system. If you want to rewind, you can upgrade one of your dice, and I'll let you re-roll.
Okay.
So like one of those greens will turn into a yellow. So there's more chances of success.
Got it.
And then-
sorry, everybody, I'm still learning the rules.
No, it's all good. Oops, I didn't mean to remove that.
Okay,
No, I'm giving you dice.
I think that's fair. We need all the help we can get.
I haven't figured out these controls yet.
DM gives everybody light side points.
Add more light side points. Come on, do it.
There we go. All right.
All right. Please.
Okay, success with advantage. Different story here, but I've got your light side point now becomes my dark side point again. So you look at there's, say, an Aqualish walking by. He's kind of like paying a little too close attention. He's getting his data pad out, and you turn to him and you say like, "Hey, move along. Nothing to see here." And just the sight of you, the authority that comes across in your voice, because you were once a soldier, you've dealt with crowds, you've dealt with civilians, comes across, and this guy just like double takes, looks at you, and just keeps walking, puts away his data pad, and just keeps going.
All right. And Zed just backs into Doc May 94, keeping an eye out for anybody else who might be paying too close of attention to the goings on here.
Can we knock this dude out?
Yeah, you can knock him out.
kind of-
You don't need to roll for that. You can just, again, shoot him with the stun setting, which, as you know from the movies, also doesn't make that much noise. It's actually pretty quiet. Okay.
Would the stormtrooper armor fit Zed?
Yes.
You are going to have to wear the stormtrooper armor, so there are two of you because they are expecting there to be two.
All right.
You better get back outside. People will think it's weird if there's no troopers.
The stink of this. He strips off his clone trooper armor and puts on stormtrooper armor. And he's like, the things I do for credits.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you go outside. What do the other two want to do? You want to hide in one of these rooms? You want to get in crates? What do you want to do? Like, what you see on the screen or on that map is what you see in real life or in game, like in person. So there are crates stacked up here and there. There are rooms to the north and the south. What do you want to do?
So I'm actually going to kind of shift some of the crates around almost a little bit, so it kind of gives me cover from both where the ships would come from and the door.
Okay.
So if people come in, they wouldn't see me.
Sounds good. So do you want to do like up against the north there? Put your back up against the wall and some crates sort of thing, or do you want to do the south?
I would say sort of
Over there? Okay.
yeah. There.
I'm gonna move your token there. Just go, we're not there's no potential for combat or anything, just in case.
And I'm just
Sure.
gonna kind of
I want to
stay
go over
down.
there
Okay.
to hide out in that spot.
Of course, we're out
Given
here,
we've got
right?
time, once I've kind of built my own cover, I'd probably kind of go and make sure Roma's not kind of poking their head out.
Sounds good. Yeah, and the other two are outside, standing outside. I'm just gonna make the two of them disappear on the GM level. Boop, because they're outside. Disappear. I said disappear. Anyways, so the two of you are out there, and you're kind of waiting, and Taika and Roma. Is it Roma? It is.
Yep.
Are both
I
Taika,
will have
Roma
relayed to them the other two where we are.
are set up. They're ready and waiting. And I'm going to say you wait about 45 minutes or so. And stormtroopers, as people are coming and going, they're kind of looking at you. You're kind of out of place here. Like, Terrace is not necessarily under Imperial control. It's kind of like the Imperials have tried to get a foothold here, but have been unsuccessful so far. So you're not exactly welcome. You're not also exactly a common sight either. So you do stand out. But after some time, you see a number of swoop bikes pull up. 6 swoop bikes in total. There are a couple of Gamorreans. There are a couple. There's a Whipped, and you see Davin Roth amongst the numbers as well of the others. There's also a couple of Aqualish.
I calm back to the others. Target on site, and then I give them a breakdown of the numbers of people that are with him.
Is he supposed to be meeting with someone else here, or is it just the 2 stormtroopers? I want to keep an eye out for anybody else that might come in or be around.
You're kind of getting almost sarcastic. Roger, back.
So, yeah, I'm kind of suspicious. I think there might be someone else either about to come into this hangar or potentially already here.
Yeah, why don't you make me a perception roll, Roma?
Perception.
Nice.
Okay, so you're kind of this long neck protrudes out from behind the crates, and this little head starts bobbing around and looking, and you're paying attention to everything around you, and you're like, something doesn't seem right. And this is before the others come in. This is before Davin and the others come in. As soon as you get radioed, their swoop bikes pull up. And that's when you notice someone coming in the same way you and Taika came in. And he sees you. It's a human. Looks like he's, maybe in his early 40s. Brown hair. Looks to be alone. And he's coming into the docking bay, which he assumed was empty, and is surprised to see your little head and giant black eyes staring back at him. Soulless eyes, unblinking. But he sees you and you see him. And he kind of stops as he's on the ledge, and he stays there.
I'm going to go, shh, at him.
You're going to shush him?
Yeah.
You see him pull a blaster out, and he just kind of holds it up, and he looks back at you and he goes shh with his finger to his lips.
And I will nod to him.
All right.
I have no idea why, but nodding to him seemed like the thing to do. He's not shooting me.
No, he's not shooting you. He's not.
Well,
shooting
Jim
you.
had a whole bottle of champagne for a minute there. I was like, good game.
So, with that, the door swings open, and in march Davin Roth, 2 Gamorreans, 2 Aqualish, and a Whipped. Sounds like a setup to a joke. enter a docking bay. And they kind of stand there in the middle of the room. They're kind of looking around. They're all armed. They have guns. Davin's in the middle of them. Hey, make sure there's nobody here. Make sure this isn't a setup. And the Gamorreans kind of trot off, and they start poking around, but not too far. As the two Gamorreans break off, that's when our friend on the ledge steps in. Before he steps in, he kind of like lets out a little whistle and makes his appearance known.
I'm assuming that we, as stormtroopers, came in behind them.
Did you want to? If you want to, you can.
Yeah. I would have followed him in.
Okay. Bach, are you doing the same?
Yeah, I'm going to follow him up, give him complete support.
Bach, you walk in, and are the two of you standing at the door, kind of staying back, or what?
Yeah, I'd probably come up to like right here, basically looking like I'm providing some sort of security overwatch, but I really want a clear line of shot at everybody else except for...
I'll stay back and keep ZX covered.
It's cool, the announcements for the docking bay. All right.
So
yeah,
I would...
put tokens on there, and the two of you can decide where you want to put your tokens.
So this way I've got a good line of sight on the Gamorrean and everybody else, and then I just, on my comms as I'm moving in, remember, he's no good to us dead.
That's right. He's wanted alive. He's wanted alive. All right. So this guy steps toward Bach.
I'll stay back a little bit just there.
This guy seems familiar to you. You swear you've seen him before. You've encountered this guy. You're sure of it.
Gamorrean?
No, the human.
Okay.
And that's when it dawns on you. He's a member of the rebellion. And you've encountered him before. He's counterintelligence. A gentleman by the name of Kraken. You've seen this guy before. And he's here meeting with them. He doesn't recognize you. You're in stormtrooper armor. He kind of steps forward. He goes, "You got the goods. We're good."
I'll speak quietly through our comms. We'll say, that's Kraken Rebellion.
All right, try not to kill him either. Then, anybody who's fighting the Empire is worth keeping alive.
He sees the two stormtroopers. He goes, "Second thought, the deal's off. You brought unwanted company," kind of motions behind, and they all turn around, see the two stormtroopers, and the big giant whippet at the back turns to you. Like, this thing's like 7.5, 8 feet tall, hairy, big, long tusks coming out of the front of his face, and he just kind of like saunters over and, "Get out," he says to the two stormtroopers.
I shall leave. Still facing him, but just back out.
And he says the same to you, Zed. "Get out."
Come back in when it starts.
Yep. Zed'll back up. He goes, "Hey, we were paid to provide security. You don't want us in here? That's fine."
"Nobody hired the Empire. Get lost."
He backs up to the door.
All right, Bach, you're heading out.
Yeah.
All right, the whippet, he slips on some brass knuckles and walks back up behind Davin Roth, and he's like imposing behind him. And Davin turns back to the other human and goes, "Oh, very good. Here you go, as requested." And he has a briefcase. And he opens it up, and you can see it's just filled with Imperial credits. This should help fund your little club, I'm sure. And
this guy was shit at forging credits.
He might have been. You don't know. He goes, is the agreed upon exchange in place? He goes, yeah. Docking Bay 87. It's there. It's yours. Go check it out. I don't want any trouble. Why? Nobody said anything about the Empire here. And Davin tries to diffuse the situation. Hey, whoa, hey, I'm no sympathizer. You've got counterfeit credit. Credits. You can spend these anywhere in the galaxy. Wait, are we good? My boys, we're gonna go. They're gonna go check docking bay 87 and make sure you made good on that delivery. And with that, the whipped kind of just saunters out. He starts heading out towards the door, and he pushes his way past Zed and Bach on the other side of the door. The door slides open, and this whippet just pushes you aside.
Intercept the whippet.
Clear.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot him in the back of the head.
When he comes through the door.
After the door shuts.
Yeah, when the door shuts, I'm just point blank.
So you're in a main thoroughfare or hallway with doors on either side leading to docking. This is a really busy area, very busy space. There's people everywhere. There's ships coming and going constantly. Just want to paint that picture for you before you just kind of open fire. If you want to open fire, you can. I'm not going to stop you.
Well, when the door's shut, I'll shout out "Rebel Spy" and shoot him in the back. Well, I'll shoot him first while shouting "Rebel Spy."
Okay, go ahead. Make your shot. It's at close range, so it's 1 difficulty. He's going to be right behind you, right beside you. So 1 difficulty, and hell, I'll give you a boost die because he's so close. So 1 difficulty, and give yourself a boost die. That's the baby blue ones there, the light blue ones. 10 damage? Wow.
Ooh.
That's
3 advantages. You could crit him.
Okay.
Do it.
So you go Rebel Spy, and you level the gun, and there's the back of its head. This thing, like I said, 7.5 feet, 8 feet tall, and just blast. Technically you'd have a blaster rifle or whatever the stormtroopers would be carrying, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with the heavy blaster pistol for now. But yeah, you'd probably be doing more damage than that.
It's blaster carbine, isn't it, for a stormtrooper?
Yeah. So you open fire right into this thing, and he drops. All of a sudden, people scream, "Oh no, rebels! What? Oh, there's shots being fired!" And this thing drops to the ground with a thud. All of a sudden, in the docking bay, Kraken grabs. What was that? And the Aqualition, the Gamorreans, yell, "What's going on? What's happening?" That was blaster fire. And Kraken tries to grab the briefcase and dash back towards the way he came in. But I think we're going to enter combat here. I think it's only appropriate that we start combat. What do you say?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll turn to Zed first and say, "Whoops."
Whoops.
That's all right, Bach.
Whoops.
You rebel scum.
The thought that counts.
Whoops.
Sounds like these guys are ripping the rebellion off anyway with bad credits, so.
Alright, let's get you on the combat tracker. The combat tracker is going to work properly this time. So everybody should be on there. If you go to the combat tracker, the little fist up there, you can right-click it, to pop it out or break it out. And then just hit the D20 next to your...
All I got
I'm
is a
missing a
whole
PC.
pile of NPCs and then 3 PCs.
Yeah, I'm missing a
Yeah,
PC.
I can't see
Hold on.
whose is whose.
No, that's the thing. So in Star Wars, it doesn't matter who is who.
Okay.
Let's try that. Okay.
There's 4
Where's the
PCs.
fist?
Under the fist in the
Top right-hand
side
corner.
menu.
Yeah.
So do you see a die next to your name? Next to PC? Do you see one? Or do you all see a die next to it?
Oh, shit.
Okay, so just click a die. That's fine. And it'll read off your character sheet.
Yeah.
So for you guys, for the people at home, the way you're seeing this right now is, so it's not assigned per person, it's assigned per role. And anybody can jump into any one of those PC slots that are rolled at any time. And it can change from turn to turn. It doesn't mean you're set in that spot for forever.
Who still hasn't... Oh, there we go.
Okay. What? Why? Who is this one that's not rolling for me? There's one NPC who's not rolling.
Maybe that's because he's unconscious outside.
Might be.
Or stuffed into a crate.
We'll just remove him. All right, so we begin combat. So you guys won. You go first. So this is where combat gets really cool in Star Wars, and it gets actually really strategic because you can see who's coming up. Well, you know that bad guys are coming up before you. So you know one of you gets to act first. Then a bad guy's going to go. Then two of you get to act. Then two bad guys, then one PC, and then two more NPCs. And again, I know like it's the little token trackers around Jim's character, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's Jim's turn. Whoever thinks they're at the best advantageous spot or place or wants to take a shot first or might have the best chance at landing a shot, you can go first. It's up to you guys. You get to talk it out, and it changes every round. It's not set.
I think Rog might be best placed to take the first shot.
Yeah.
See, I didn't actually want to start firing yet. I kind of wanted to let the rebel guy run before we start blasting.
Okay, well, do you want me to go first and run distraction then?
Well, if we can, it'd be great to let the rebel guy know that the credits that he thinks are real are counterfeit. So,
Well, that's what I was going to do for
I'm
the
pretty sure he
distraction.
knows they're counterfeit.
oh, okay.
I would assume so. Why else would you be?
Well,
making
let me go first then, and I will stand up and be obvious and shout, "Stop, Mr. Kraken! Those credits are not well made."
The the other thing to keep in mind is, so the person who goes first may or may not have advantage dice to pass on to the next people. So you start kind of building that to like, so what do you want to do? So you want to shout to him. So you can shout. That's a free action. Do you have a gun? Do you want to shoot at someone?
No, what I might do is I'm looking at what stuff I actually have available to me, and there's not a lot there.
Run at them with a
very
training
interested.
lightsaber. With
Does
your
it
pool-
look like the real deal?
It looks like a vibro sword.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So it's still
So
like a sword. It'll hurt and cut, but
Yeah, but I mean, it won't look like a lightsaber, and it won't make everybody poop themselves. 'cause
Not
there's
yet.
a Jedi there.
themselves.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to try and... I don't know what the best roll to make for a distraction thing is.
Depends what how you're trying to distract, I suppose.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
By being loud and suddenly appearing and, 8 feet tall.
Deception or charm? I don't know.
Streetwise,
Coercion.
deception.
I mean, I'm bad at all of those things, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna say deception. Just looking at overall the skills. Looks like you're good at lightsaber. Charge at them with your training lightsaber. So you're, hey, over here. Those credits are bad.
Yep.
None of them are by that. They're focused on Kraken, and one of them actually looks like they get a shot, and they're gonna get a bonus at a shot at you from popping up with that. Oh, it's just a straight failure. Oh, never mind. There's no threat. Okay, so yeah, you're unsuccessful. You're unsuccessful in what you're doing. Oh, it's Kraken's turn. He's gonna try and run. That's that NPC that was next. He's gonna run as far as he can, but he doesn't really have any cover. He gets to like the edge of the docking bay entrance, but he's not able to make it out this round. That's Kraken. All right, Taika, over to you.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
Oh, yes, no, it's I'm even guilty of this. Whoever wants. Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next?
I mean, I'll go if you don't want to go.
All right.
Somebody please shoot the bad guy who's about to shoot me.
Yeah,
Zed.
So,
It's the Gamorrean that's going to shoot Roma.
so Zed moves in, and because of his clone trooper ability, he still gets to aim, even though he already took a maneuver.
That's right.
And he aims and shoots at the Gamorrean, who is about to shoot
Sure.
Roma.
That one at the south
Pew
there.
pew.
Yep. Says, "Stay down, kid."
Yep. So just a standard roll, 2 difficulty. Go ahead and take your shot. And you get your aim bonus. Ooh. 14 damage with your carbine. Oh, my goodness.
And 2 advantages.
Whoa. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, that just dropped. You go in, you just shout, and blast goes off right in the back. There's like a squeal from the Gamorrean guard. as you thud to the ground, and everybody turns around and sees you. There's smoking blaster carbine there in your hands. Wow.
Can I pass one of those advantages forward?
Yes. So with 2 advantage, using our handy cheat sheet here, you can either perform an immediate free maneuver. I don't think you want to do that. You can give a disadvantage to targeted character's check while the target character is dead, or you can give advantage to the next allied check.
That's what I'm going to do.
Including yourself. You can give it to yourself if you want, but you can give it to the next person, whoever goes next.
I'm going to give it to the next person.
Now, remember, there's also strain in this, guys. So you can use strain to take an extra maneuver, and then you can burn advantage to get rid of strain. If Zed didn't have that ability, he could have, taken strain and taken the aim action in the same round as moving. But because you have that special ability, you didn't have to. All right, so it is the PC's turn now. So Zed's gone, Roma's gone. That leaves with Taiki and Bach.
I'll go if you want next.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you want, yeah, go for it.
I'll follow Zed back in, and I will shoot at the big bad guy's legs.
Okay. His legs,
stun
specifically
settings,
the
I think.
legs.
Yeah, but we want to make it so he can't run, and we take him alive, don't we? So,
Could stun him.
Setting is a thing.
I'll tell
Could
you what.
stun him.
So you've got the blaster carbine, Jim, that Aaron just used as well, because he would have grabbed that from the stormtrooper. So if you want, you can search for it or put it in your character sheet, or I can put it on there for you. And that does have a stun setting on it.
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, let me throw it on your character sheet.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Yep. Blaster carbine. Oops, that didn't work. You should see it on there now.
Yes.
So if you want to roll that does have the stun setting. So you just use that. It'll be standard difficulty. Oh, actually, you're not aiming for legs anymore. Yeah, so standard difficulty. Just go ahead and roll that.
Yeah.
And give yourself a boost die from Aaron.
Okay.
One success and 1 threat. All right. So beautiful. All right. 10 stun setting. Whew. So you run in there and you the rings, the blue rings kind of go out from your blaster, hit your target dead center, and he just crumples to the ground. But one of the bad guys, one of those Aqualish next to him, turn around and they catch sight of you, and they're going to get an advantage against you on their turn because of that threat.
No problem.
So that Aqualish is going to go ahead and return the favor and shoot at you with his teeny little blaster pistol, which is like nothing compared to the big guns you guys all have. And it goes wide. But he's going to pay it forward to the other Aqualish, who's going to go next. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's our last PC's turn before he gets to go. He's going to pay it forward to them when it's their turn. They'll get a boost. All right.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot the Aqualish that hasn't gone.
Yes.
How do you actually roll to attack?
Click the little
Click on the
picture.
weapon.
Oh, the picture. Got it. And I'm gonna aim as well, because I'm not.
Yep, you're not moving.
Doing
So
the
give yourself the boost die for aiming.
Is it 2 difficulty?
Yeah,
The
it's
range
2
I'm
difficulty.
pretty close.
Yeah. No, it's still going to be 2 difficulty where you're at. Look at all those dice.
Yeah.
Ooh. And you fired on the Aqualish?
Yeah, because I didn't. Someone
He's the one who
stunned
didn't-
The boss. The one that hasn't already acted.
Yes, the one that's got the boost.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough to drop him. All of a sudden...
And I'll-
Ah!
I'll pass the advantage on.
Alright, it's my NPC's turn. Alright, that guy's dead. Who do I got left? I got my 2 Gamorreans, don't I?
No, one of them's dead. I killed the first one.
Oh, that's right. I've got my one Gamorrean left, don't I? My Gamorrean. What has he got on him? He's got a Vibro Axe. All right, he's charging over at our Mandalorian friend with his Vibro Axe.
I do have crates in front of me, remember?
He's gonna jump on top of those crates. Or he'll go around them. He was pretty close to you. So he's gonna get next to you with his Vibro Axe. And he's gonna swing at you.
I have defense 1.
Beskar be damned, he fails!
Oh.
Which is
Excellent.
good, because vicious and all that stuff is not good. And pierce, it would go right through your armor. Pierce 2. Okay.
I've got a soak of 4.
Oh, okay. He charges over, grunts, brings the Vibro Axe down. You kind of just sidestep and bing, glances off of one of the crates that you've built up around you. All right, back to the top of the turn. Order for the PCs. Who wants to go?
I would quite like to go.
Yeah, go ahead. If everybody's
can
cool
I-
with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you step out of combat?
Yeah, you can.
Disengage?
Yeah, you can. That'll be your maneuver. But yeah, you can step back like a
Garbage step.
How
disengage.
do I actually...
It's not moving. Where do you want to? Oh, there you go.
There we go.
You can use like the arrow keys and it'll move around.
Okay, yeah, I'll just step back. I'm going to take 2 strain
Okay.
to gain another maneuver,
Okay.
and which I'm going to use to aim,
Yep. And only one difficulty
managed.
because of how close he is.
and then I'm going to shoot him.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. 11 points of damage. For those at home who are listening, 11 points of damage with Blaster Carbine. 3 advantage. You could do a crit. Let me just see how much wounds these guys have. All right. You almost nearly point blank. This thing's standing there. It's like tossing its Vibro Axe from hand to hand, squealing and laughing. You just nearly point blank. Fire right into its gut and it just falls down to the ground.
You just Indiana Jones him.
You did
Yeah.
Indiana Jones him. With that, Kraken
Then
gets...
I'll pass my advantage forward.
Sounds good. Kraken gets to the edge of the docking bay, and he slips back out the way he came. Zed and Bach, the door slides open behind you. And you hear this jumbled speech as 4 tall, lanky, completely clad in black death troopers pour into the room behind you.
Oh, crap.
Hit the bud.
Okay.
It's all right. At least you
That's
two
fair.
look like stormtroopers.
Yep.
Yeah, you're dressed as stormtroopers. Behind them strides in an Imperial officer.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, crap baskets.
And he says, "Take any rebels alive. We have rendezvous with Tarkin in a number of days. It's his job to take care of this mess." And the death troopers just kind of like spread into the room. They look at you and just ignore the 2 of you in stormtrooper armor.
Well, that's good.
That's I'm glad we put that stormtrooper armor on.
I shall salute to the Imperial officer who is not Grand Moff Tarkin.
Who is not? Well, it is totally Tarkin. I don't know if he's Grand Moff at this time.
Yeah,
He's just Grand Admiral Tarkin at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Moff yet. Let's get some Death Troopers in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't want Death Troopers in here?
I know. Yeah, that's.
And you know what? On top of that, and this really sticks out to you, Taika. Taiki. Is it Taika or Taiki?
Hiker.
Taika, that's what I thought. I'm looking at your token. It's different. You see next to him a trooper, all in white, clad in white, right next to him. And he is wearing Mandalorian armor, painted completely white. And he's standing next to him. You know, you've heard rumor of these Imperial super commandos, these these traitors to your race, to the Mandalorians, who are working and have taken up with the Imperials. And you know that he's wearing pure Beskar under that white paint. And he's standing next to this Tarkin character, silent. Let's put him on the map right there.
The film's up and shoots him at point blank range.
What's that? Okay. Let's go back to your turn order. Who's next? You guys are next. What do you want to do?
No, everyone's down, aren't they? Apart from these Empire guys.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think combat's over.
Doing initiative.
I'm just going to produce my bounty puck and just go. I claim this bounty from the Bounty Hunters Guild.
And I'll go over
and point at the guy that,
on the floor.
Bringing up
And
the
make
hologram
sure
of the bounty.
Okay, so you want to present your bounty puck. What were you doing? I'm sorry, Jim?
I'm going to go, I'll trot over and sort of just test one of them's dead by poking him and then kicking him.
Oh, okay, one of the dead Swoop Gang members?
I should just play the dumb stormtrooper just doing his job sort of thing. Just
Sure,
sure
gotcha. You're playing the part. Okay, yep, I get
And
it.
Zed will move back to like a subservient position, but also in a good position if he has to start shooting people in the back. Because he wants to kill all these Imperial bastards, but
Even
he's,
the Death
he's not
Troopers.
he's not stupid. I mean, he understands the tactical situation, but he wants them dead.
I am going to go this way.
Oh, yeah. You're a large...
Yeah, I've got the crates in between me and them, fortunately. So I've got some cover, but I am going to slope out after Kraken.
Okay.
And if I can follow him, I will. If I can't see him, then it's Swoop Bike City.
Swoop Bike City. I could just see a Chamomile on a swoop bike. It would be hilarious. Okay, we do have stealth in this game, so you're gonna roll stealth at a regular difficulty. I'm gonna say it's regular difficulty. They are kind of distracted as they're running into the room, but there are enough of them that someone could catch a glimpse of you. So we're gonna do standard difficulty here.
I am not the Kaminoan you're looking for. We haven't got any light side points.
You don't have any
any.
light side points right now.
Oh no,
No, we do not.
There we
Success! Straight success! No threats, no advantage. That's it. All right. So you kind of dart gracefully between crate to crate. You get to the ledge. You kind of look back one last time, and they all seem engrossed. The Death Troops are spreading out. They're standing over like the Gamorreans, the Aqualish. They've pulled in the Whippet's body from outside into here, and you can see they're like right in Taika's face, questioning him, and Zed and Bok have stepped back. But you're out on the ledge.
Two of them are disguised as their own people, and one of them is a Mandalorian bounty hunter. They all have reasonable excuses.
They do.
There is absolutely nothing I can say that will make me look convincing in any way, shape, or form at this point.
Me and Zed have the ace in the hand where we shout Jedi and run after you.
Yeah. So no, you're right. So the scene is Death Troopers are spread out. Tarkin is just saying, I should say
Jedi.
People who are listening at home. So the picture was of Grand Moff Tarkin with the timeline that we're in. He's not. I don't think he's quite Grand Moff yet, but it is Tarkin who's entered this room. There is a Mandalorian Imperial Super Commando next to him and Death Troopers who have poured out into this room. So our friend Kraken has made his escape outside. Roma has joined him. Taika is presenting a bounty puck, and Zed and Bok, who are disguised as stormtroopers, are doing their best to blend in. So Taika, you go over to Tarkin and just kind of approach him and
kind of obviously, I'll
because he's
put my gun away just so. I'm not stupid enough to walk in with a gun.
No.
Holding the bounty puck.
No, I wouldn't assume you'd have your gun out. I would assume you'd put that away. You got a high-ranking Imperial officer here. You could tell by the.
It's more the Death Troopers I'm worried about.
I was hoping I got to use Death Troopers tonight. I've wanted to use them so badly. I love them. Okay, so he walks up to you, And he looks at it, and he says, he is an Imperial traitor. He's one of our own, and we have been searching for him. You'll be compensated by the Empire, but we are taking him.
I want my 10,000 credits.
Very good. We will transfer them to you.
I'm not gonna try and argue with target. I don't think.
Yeah, no, he doesn't argue with you. It's fine. We'll pay you. Search out, comb the room. The rebels are here. Check in the adjacent docking bays. He says, as two of the death troopers like, and they go charge out of the door and out of the room. Zenbach, you're in here. There's two death troopers left. There's Tarkin and there's this Imperial commando.
Zed, I think, would follow after the two death troopers that went to check the other. Just assuming the orders were for him too, just in case we get over there and Roma is standing in the middle of the docking bay and we have to shoot these death troopers and run.
She's naive, not stupid.
How does this? I mean, would I have to give them like any kind of credentials or information to get my money?
Yeah, they'll ask for your data pad and they'll get your information. And he says it'll be transferred to your account before the end of day. Just kind of like nonchalantly, he doesn't even want to deal with you. Just kind of turns his back to you and he's talking to this. Okay. The Imperial Commando though sees you and sees your armor, and he's just like looking at you. And he's a traitor. You know this is a traitor to your people.
I'm doing my best to just completely blank him.
Do the nod.
No, I'm just blanking him.
But
once I've got the data, I'm just going to say, am I free to go?
You know that's pure Beskar he's wearing. He says,
I
yes.
do, but I don't think I could kill the
Tarkin says,
death troopers.
We're finished here. And he just kind of like waves you off as he's continues talking.
I'll just walk out.
Okay, yeah.
Take one of the swoop bikes. It's not like
there are 6 swoop bikes outside now.
All right, yeah, I'll take one of the swoop bikes.
Sure. You could just get on a swoop bike and vroom. So with that, go ahead.
When I'm outside and there's no Imperials to overhear, I will kind of say over the kind of comm, meet at docking bay 87.
Clear.
Because that's where the thing of value that the rebellion were giving them were. So, yoink.
Yoink. Okay. So you stride out, and there's 2 death troopers out there, 2 stormtroopers. You wander over to the swoop bikes, and the death troopers, one is going to docking bay 93, and one is going to docking bay 95 to search.
I'll follow the one going to 95, just on the chance that Kraken and Roma truck up in there.
Sure.
What did Kraken do when he got outside? Did he take one of the swoop bikes?
So you're on the ledge. You're on the ledge between the dock. Okay. So you're like shimmying your way across into one of the adjacent docking bays. That's like how you came in also. So he's like, we gotta get out of here. We gotta go now. You got any ideas? You got a way out of here?
We could take one of the swoop bikes.
What swoop bikes?
Those swoop bikes.
Wait, there's just like ships flying in and out of the docking bays around you and stuff.
The ones from the gang that went inside.
Yeah, but those are they're on the other side.
Oh, are they on the?
Yeah,
I'm on the wrong side of the docking bay.
He says, "Are you nuts? There's imps everywhere."
No, I'm looking at the wrong side of the docking bay. Sorry, I thought they were on this side and they're on that side.
Me say meet at 87.
Can we get to 87?
You don't want to go to 87. There's nothing there. I was trying to pull a fast one of these guys. It's rigged with explosives.
Okay, well, we need to go up and across then. There are explosives in 87. Maybe don't go in there.
We do have a
On my
ship.
comm.
We can get the rebel out.
We have a ship. We can get you out.
You do? Are you part of the rebellion?
Maybe. Sometimes, yes.
It's not very reassuring. So. Listen, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Are you saying that
I am a Jedi.
Over the comms?
You're a Jedi?
And my friend is in the rebellion.
Who? That Mandalorian?
No, Mr. Asher.
Who's he?
Mr. Bok Asher. He tells us he is in the rebellion because his brother is dead.
His brother? Asher? His brother? I knew his brother. Oh. Where is he? Is he here?
He is dressed as a stormtrooper inside right now as a disguise.
Oh, then he's dead. Listen, let's get to your ship and get out of here. Where is it?
I will
What
take
were-
you to it.
What were you doing there?
The Mandalorian is a bounty hunter. We needed some money so that we could get fuel for the ship.
There's easier ways of doing that, kid.
If you're a Mandalorian, bounty hunting is the easiest thing.
I
He is very good.
suppose. Is he, though?
He's just walked out of that room with all of the Imperials in, completely unscathed.
How are we going to get out of here?
Not the same way he did. We have to go up.
All right. So you guys shimmy up to docking bay 95, and you kind of peer in, and you can see a death trooper entering the docking bay, just kind of scanning the room with accompanied by a stormtrooper. Is Bach, are you with him as well? Would you have gone with Zed, or would you have gone with the other death trooper to 93?
Yeah, I'd have left as well. I'd have left.
Would you have gone with Zed, or would you have?
Yeah, we said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see Death Trooper and 2 Stormtroopers enter the room, and the Death Trooper's barking orders the 2 Stormtroopers start searching the rooms.
Right.
I shall go on comms and say, I hope you are the stormtroopers inside. You need to make him go away now, please.
Understood. Zed shoots him.
Oh, you shoot a Death Trooper?
Yeah, point blank. He's going to give it a shot.
Oh. Okay.
Oh god.
So he aims and shoots.
That was done.
Oh, she did.
Figure Bach and I, we outnumber him 2-1.
Yeah.
Kid's
This
good.
is where we need thermal detonators.
It's a Death Trooper though. They have
But
thermal
it's one
detonators
and
on
not
them.
4.
He's got a couple of thermal detonators on his belt. Okay.
For them.
Whew. All right. Shoot. One difficulty.
Come on, baby.
These things are tough. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ooh,
For
triumph.
people at home, 4 success, 1 advantage, and a triumph. Ooh, for our listeners over the ears. Okay, so a triumph can get you a whole bunch of things. So you've done 14 damage regardless. You've got 1 advantage, and you got a triumph. So the triumph can do a number of things. A triumph can negate target enemies' defensive bonuses, such as a defense gained by cover, equipment, performing a guard stance. Doesn't really have any of that going on right now. Ignore penalizing environmental effects, such as inclement weather, zero gravity. When dealing damage to a target, have the target disable the opponent, or have the attack disable the opponent in one piece of gear rather than dealing wounds or strain. This could include hobbling him temporarily with a shot to the leg or causing him to drop his blaster. This should be agreed upon by the player and the GM, and the effects are up to the GM. Gain +1 melee or ranged defense until the end of your round, or force the target to drop a weapon it is wielding. So that's what you can do just with your triumph alone. So if you want to spend that triumph, you could disarm him. You could.
Aren't Dark Troopers mostly cybernetic?
No, that's
No.
Dark Troopers. This is a Death Trooper.
Death Troopers are
sorry.
like genetically altered humans
Oh,
or people,
That's a shame.
Corellians, humans. I don't know.
I confused the two.
But yeah, Dark Trooper is like cybernetic.
So
Could he like
as far
fry
as
his
dis-
radio or something?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is can I use the disable to have shot him in such a way as to fry the radio in his helmet?
Yes. So this is in place of dealing any strain or wounds, though.
Oh,
The way
never
it's
mind.
written. So you can,
No.
in place of dealing damage, you can disable the opponent or one piece of gear. So you could disable him.
Okay,
You wanna-
so I could just flat out disable him.
Yes.
I do that. I'll just disable him.
With that triumph. Okay. I'll give it to you. The two of you have the jump on him. I'll give it to you. We'll roll with it, especially with 4 successes, an advantage, and a triumph. You rolled really good. So how are you going to disable him? How are you going to...
So I think the shot takes him unaware in the back of the head, and he literally whiplashes himself unconscious with the shot, and then drops to the ground unconscious.
Sounds good. Okay. So he has on him...
Can we grab equipment and things, like guns and things?
Oh,
He's got 3 frag grenades, 2 thermal detonators,
Write them down, Aaron, and we'll split them afterwards.
Got it.
a DLT-19 heavy blaster rifle, and
Boys!
and an SE-14R light repeating blaster pistol. He also has a suit of Death Troop armor. Now, Death Troopers, if you remember from the movies and everything, they're like really tall and lanky. They're not like an average build. They're all really, really tall, like 6'4" to 6'7", and like thin, lanky guys.
But you said they were tall.
So I'm assuming then the Death Troop armor really would not fit.
No, it wouldn't fit you.
Yeah, so he goes up after he drops the guy, yanks his helmet off, pulls his head back, takes his vibro knife, slices the guy's throat. We pick up his weapons and his thermal detonators and grenades. I'm like, all right, we got to get out of here.
Can I grab his helmet?
You could grab his helmet.
Yeah.
There is an encrypted comm link inside. You just hear a strange like code being like whenever someone talks in it. It's not English or common or whatever you want to call it in the Star Wars universe. It's encrypted.
Hey,
Galactic Standard.
Bach, they may be able to track him through that helmet, or track us through that helmet. I don't know. I mean, I know my clone trooper armor. You know that they could track us through our comm units. So,
Can I have a quick look to see if I can disable anything, any sort of track or anything that looks like a tracker inside it.
Look at you. All right. While this is going on, Kraken and Roma, you kind of hear the commotion and you see 2 stormtroopers crack this Death Trooper and drop him, and they're now pilfering through his belongings.
My friends are quite competent.
Oh, you guys got lucky with that roll. I'll tell you what, that was, was a really good roll.
the Force was with me.
The Force was with you.
If you'd have fired, I'd have hit him with the spade, the Death Trooper. Try that.
All right, you could roll computers to standard difficulty on computers to try and disable.
Okay.
This was all done silently. Wow. Yeah, as far as you could tell, you've disabled the tracking device on this helmet.
I've got it.
Good job. We'll drag the Death Trooper's body out and drag his body to the edge of the airlock or the ship landing bay and just throw him out so he can fall endlessly towards the ground.
Yeah, sure. All right, so you have now met up with Kraken. You've met up with Roma. The 2 of you are still in your stormtrooper armor, unless you want to take it off. You know that there are Imperials in Docking Bay 94 next to you. You know there's a Death Trooper searching Docking Bay 93 for the rebels. Time is of the essence. What do you want to do? Taika's driven away on a swoop bike.
I I'm probably just pulled up round the corner after I was told that it's just rigged with explosives.
Okay.
So, quick question, because
Yeah.
this is going to determine what I do. Is like my clone trooper armor hidden in the docking bay we just left, or do I have it like in a gear bag? Or
I'll say in a gear bag.
Okay.
Yeah. in a gear bag.
Then I would say, let's just get back to the ship. Nobody will stop a couple of Imperial stormtroopers and a Mandalorian and get back to the ship and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, we should go. Friend Mando, can I take the swoop bike from you?
Just
I am
look
more
at him,
likely to be questioned than you.
just not saying anything, just looking.
I wish to ride the swoop bike very much, please.
I'll kind of just switch my gaze to the Z and just go, might want to lose the armor. That will draw attention.
And
Claire.
Bach, is Bach going to lose the armor also, or
Yeah.
do you feel dirty wearing it?
So I'll strip off my stormtrooper armor, put back on my clone trooper armor, turn to Crack, and I'm like, glad to see some people decided to fight back against the Empire. I need more blasters.
Yeah, it's
What's with him?
always good to meet a fellow ally. Hey, you see a recognition with you, Bach. He goes, hey, aren't you, Asha's kid brother? We've met before.
Yeah, I recognised you in there. That's why I get the guys a heads up.
We'll have this reunion later. Let's get going.
Yeah, I really don't want to be captured by those Imperials. I don't know about the rest of you.
No, please,
No.
let us go.
Okay, so we'll say you get swoops, and you guys are able to get out of there, and you want to go to your ship, right?
Hold on, have we all got swoop bikes now?
There's 6.
Well, there were 6.
There's 6, and there's 4. Well, there's 5 of you with Kraken, so technically you're just swoop driving through the streets of
little Nick swoop
Taurus.
bikes.
You're now a makeshift swoop gang.
I have chosen the red one.
They go faster.
No, I will not choose the red one. I will choose the green one.
That's better.
There you go. So yeah, you can make your way back to the ship. By the time you get back to the ship, Taika, there is a message on your datapad that you've received 10,000 Imperial credits to your account.
Mr. Kraken, you should know that those credits that you have been given are very badly made and will probably give you away.
Hey, listen, I know they're bad. We were using them to fund our fight. We needed some Imperial credits.
Will you not get
Lots of
caught if you
backers.
try to use them?
No,
They are illegal.
We've got methods.
Once we are back at the ship, I'm just going to kind of point at him. Who's this guy?
This is Mr. Kraken. He is one of the rebels.
How's this my problem?
It is not a problem, but we are helping him get off the planet with our spaceship.
Why?
Because he opposes the Empire.
Also, he asked nicely.
Well, that too, I guess, kid. You know how I feel about this, Taika. If he's going to stand against the Empire, then we got to at least try to help him.
All right, you can come on the ship, but you're not carrying that. And I'll point at. I'm assuming he's wearing a gun of some kind.
Yeah, he's got a blaster pistol on his side. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I only know him. I don't know the rest of you. I'm not coming on here unarmed.
Well, you can stay on Taris if you like.
Yeah, I'll vouch for him. Taika. He's a good man.
It's my ship. You can give up the gun, or you can stay here.
Taika's not taking no for an answer.
Why don't he give me the gun?
That's fine.
I'd rather keep it, but sure, I'll give it to a friendly face, and he unclips it and hands it to you, Bach.
You have my word that you won't come to harm from us on my ship.
Okay, well,
Did you see the white Mandalorian?
They're traitors.
Oh, are they bad?
Traitors to Mandalore. They've sided with the Empire.
Yes, that's bad.
So what's the plan? Where are we going? We got to get out of here. The Imperials are all over this place.
Yeah, I'll already be kind of walking up the boarding ramp at this point. Once he's given his gun to Bok, I'll be going up the boarding ramp.
So where are we going? He asks. We got to get out of Taris. We got to get out of the system. We got to get out of the mid-rim.
Well, where do you need to drop those credits to?
I got to meet up with some contacts on Lothal.
Not been to Lothal in a while. Might be able to find work there.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna fly me there?
It's as good a place as any.
Okay.
As long
Well,
as
we
there's
don't wanna stay
Imperials
here.
to kill, I'm in.
Deal.
I have never been to Lothal. What's there?
Got some cats.
Yeah.
Cats and Imperials. Oh, all kinds of fun stuff.
Prefer cats
find
to
some
Imperials, and I do not know what a cat is.
Well, you'll find
We'll
out.
see. They're everywhere.
Don't worry, kid. It'll be fine. We'll go. We'll see cats. We'll kill Imperials. That's the job.
Find some work. Get some credits.
That too.
It's the life. All right, so we're going to take off from here. Go ahead and make me an astragation roll, please. Whoever your your astragation person is.
Someone's
So,
smart.
astrogation, for people who is plotting your course. It's plotting your course through space. It's using lanes and stuff to get there undetected, get there faster, arrive close to your target. If you fail your roll, you're not necessarily going to die, but you might end up really far away from where you want to go. So this is plotting your course through space to your destination.
I'm pretty smart, and it's an intellect roll, but I have no rank, and it's not a class skill. So
Join the club.
Yep.
I've got 3 dice I can roll, but they're all triangles.
I've got 2 triangles.
He wanders round the universe.
Looks like I'm astragating then.
All right,
Yeah, it does.
standard
We
difficulty.
might want to get a droid.
Yeah, you might want to pick up a droid for astrogation.
Why do you think we're trying to get some money
Yeah.
An
So is it 2
astromech
dice
saving
droid?
up for an
difficulty?
astromech?
2 difficulty?
Yep.
Oh God.
Wow. 2 success and 1 advantage for those listening at home. 2 success and 1 advantage. No
I
threats, no
understand this.
failures.
It's just maths.
So you're at the star chart and you're just like, oh, this connects to that, and this connects to that, and this is the path of least resistance, and all of a sudden, Taika punches it in and you take off through hyperspace. But before you take off, you pick up a signal, Taika, an Imperial signal, and you have a feeling you're being tailed.
Did you guys pick up anything from those troopers? We're being tailed. I'll say from the cockpit, because obviously I'm flying.
Yeah, well, we picked up their guns and munitions, but Bach also pulled up one of the Death Troopers' helmets.
Throw it overboard.
Why? I want to wear it.
We're being tailed. Ditch it.
Oh, okay.
Just jettison it out into space.
Yep, right
Yeah.
up the airlock.
You're gonna have to come out of hyperspace for that.
Oh, hang on. But they can't. Can they tell you through hyperspace?
Well, it seems before you left, someone or an Imperial ship was tracking you.
Yeah. If I was aware of it at that point, that's when we'd have ditched it. I wouldn't have gone.
Gotcha. Okay, you would have jettisoned it at that point. Okay.
Can I have another look at the helmet and just see if I've missed anything off in there, or have I missed a circuit in there or something? Or
Well,
So
you
I really don't wanna
generate a threat on turning off the comm.
Yeah.
You successfully turned off the comms, but you generated a threat, and this is where the threat's coming back to haunt you. Go ahead. You can make me a computer's roll again. It'll only be at 1 difficulty because you've already kind of maneuvered your way through there. So you're going back now to see if you missed anything. As far as you can tell, you did everything correct.
Just chuck it, Bach. We'll find other Death Troopers to kill and loot.
it's a good job Zed were there, so I'm just going to go and take it and hide it underneath my bed. But okay. We'll just.
Yeah. Before you chuck it out, with those 2 advantage, we'll say you notice that this thing has been broadcasting everything that you guys have been saying.
Well, crap. They know we're going to Lothal then.
Change course.
Well, where to? Says Kraken. Where do you suggest we go? Mandalore?
Well,
You must have other rebel contacts.
We can go to, I don't know, Yavin is nearby.
Yes, let's take the
Alright.
force-sensitive person to Yavin. That's a good
We
plan.
go to Yavin. We got a small outpost on one of the moons there that we're working off of. Does that work? It's not too far away from here.
That'll do. Roma, find us a course.
We'll just take your roll from before. I'm not
Okay.
going to make you re-roll.
Yeah, with the
Thank God.
advantages and the
Thank
successes.
Yeah.
Pay
No,
that
we're
forward.
gonna stick with that. We're not gonna make you. So you are currently on Taurus, and Yavin is very close to where you are. So you make it there, no problem. You jettison that Death Trooper helmet, and you find yourself in space outside Yavin. I think this is a good place to leave off because we have a hard stop here in just over 10 minutes. So we'll leave off in space outside Yavin with a certain Kraken in your ship, and we'll go from there. So we'll do the round table. People can plug what they got going on this week. Ben, what else? What do you got going on between now and whenever we play next?
Well, who knows when whatever we play next is going to be, but we got Twig coming up on Monday this week in Garblag, where we'll talk about what's coming up next week. Next week's looking good based on the schedule that we've seen so far. The plan is that we have Twig on Monday. Tuesday, we do a little bit of Pathfindery goodness. Wednesday, Watatao, is that right, Jim?
Yeah.
Thursday,
That's
Star
once
Trek.
upon a time in the old world, to translate to people that don't understand Watatao, which is a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition game that Jim's running.
And it's brilliant if you're not already watching it.
Yeah, tune in to see just how, and the answer is incredibly screwed we all are.
Oh yeah, we're doomed.
I think you've been in worse situations. I think you're on the upward rather than down.
So Tuesday we've got
we
Pathfinder, where we're going to be exploring the village where we brilliantly and heroically managed to easily defeat a massive army of zombies. We did not get our asses handed to us by like 4 members of the undead. Wednesday is Once Upon a Time in the Old World. Thursday, we're going to war in Star Trek, and hopefully I'll get my promotion to Commander. Might have to change my shirt from yellow to red.
And Delta
down with
Green
that.
returns on Thursday.
Delta Green is back on Thursday as well. Friday, next week, we've got Masks. Having met their super nemesis in the park last week, what will our heroes do next?
Well, I think we
kind of
could
next
address
week,
the
really.
situation with our hero who didn't turn up and let us all down.
Yeah,
he
he sucks. I mean, that guy is a complete.
I am looking forward to the scene in the superhero base when Rust walks out of the shower and is like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And everybody's had their crap kicked out of them by a team of supervillains.
I'm like, I told you guys, don't leave without me. I just needed 5 more minutes in the shower.
Yeah, that's what we've got coming up Garblag wise next week. Can't think of anything else that's going on.
Yeah, that's on Garblag.
Tuesday night,
we've got the finale of The Mound over on Sirenscape's Twitch channel at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we've also got finale or the wrap up Twilight 2000 on the Free League channel on Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for a little adventure that Jeff is doing for us. Another Jeff, not Delta Green Jeff, but a different Jeff who was in the chat.
All the Jeffs.
Yeah, Jane.
Oh, and me and Matt have both got Kickstarter games coming out very imminently through Back-A-Kit. What's your timeline at the minute, Matt?
It's a couple months out right now. Some delays, but it's puttering along. How about yours?
I think I'm only a couple of weeks out.
Oh, that's good.
We put in the art, and then there wasn't really enough art, so we're putting some more art in, which is good. Thank you, Pat. Pat's making me some lovely art this month and throwing in some more stuff to Descendants of Darkness, which is all good. In the meantime, don't forget to find us on our various places. So that's Discord, not Discord. There you go, Discord. I did type it right. We got Patreon. We got YouTube. And don't forget, because I know my subscription is due tomorrow, that you can subscribe to Garblag Games on Twitch with your free monthly subscription if you're an Amazon Prime user. And we get to rake in the money hand over fist, laugh our way all the way to the bank, and basically live off of expensive imported champagne and caviar.
Ah, the life. All right. Very good. That's everything coming up from us in the near future. Thank you, everybody who joined us. Hop on the Discord and we'll announce when we're playing next, and we'll pick up outside of Yavin and find out where we go from there. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you all on Monday with Twig.